in there, all fucking 40 people in the entire house, all of a sudden just go whoop, right into one living room. All I hear is, hey, 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 hey. People are like rubbing his sternum, kind of lifting his legs up, trying to like bring him back. He's like this, his eyes are rolling in his head, and then he comes back and he's like, oh, back unconscious, and then comes back, he's looking around like this, unconscious again. They pick him up, carry him outside on the porch, and oh my God.
You're dead ass. Like dead ass.
Alright, so.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the podcast. We just filmed for 30 minutes and realized that the mic wasn't on. It was my fault. It's on me. I'm sorry. Because we just talked about some banger shit.
Oh my God.
I'm Ryan. This is Evan. That's my best friend. And yeah, so that sucks. 30 minutes of good stories just went down the drain.
Dude, we had such good shit.
But we can always get them on a different podcast.
Yeah.
So, do you want to just like move to one of these?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
we got notes written down because we're not good at this first time. But we was getting in the flow there, and shit was banging.
It really was.
The mic wasn't on, so.
Oh well. Fuck it.
Yeah. 30 minutes of our entire life. So.
Go on, dude.
Anyway, so which one? What we got? 3 there?
Yeah. The beach.
What's that? Oh, with Alec. We could talk about that right now.
Alright.
So, I have Evan over one night, and one of my other buddies, Alec, and we're here and we're just drinking beer. Actually, me and Evan filmed a TikTok, and it was like, so we started like one beer and we would drink it, but it was like cut. So it'd be like one beer, crush a can, throw it down. We got like up to like a big ass pile. We ended up drinking like 15, 16 beers each or something like that.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, dude, let's go on an adventure. And I'm like, I don't know, dude. It's like 1, 2 a.m. at this point, and they're talking about going a 45-minute drive to some other place, which the guy that drove us wasn't drinking, so.
Yeah.
But they're talking about going over there and hanging out because there's a bonfire type party that they heard about. And they're like, let's go. I'm like, I don't know. Finally, I was just like, fuck it, let's go. You know, you only live once, you gotta fucking live it up.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, dude. Keep shaking the camera. So anyways, we hop in this car. Fucking speed demon. Well, I don't even know what kind of car he's got. It's a Ford, but it's like a sport car. Standard. It's got racing seats in it. Not a Mustang. We take off. Oh, I remember grabbing 2 beers. I was like, I'm just gonna take these in case we can't get any more up there if there's no gas stations or anything.
Yeah.
And these will keep me buzzed. So I'm just like driving, and we make it like 5 minutes down the road, and I'm like, fucking drinking that shit. I remember, what was we listening to? Like, I have a video of us.
Yeah, dude, we were listening to like some white girl
Hold
shit,
me
dude.
now.
No, we was listening to some white
We done
girl
that
shit.
one, and then there was like a. Fuck, I
Dude,
want to say it
was-
was like Katy Perry or something
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
what it was. Katy Perry, I think like last Friday night or something.
Maybe.
We were blasting that shit, dude. White girl music, dude.
Me and Evan are hammered. I'm in the front seat,
Yeah.
he's in the back, like in the middle. And we're just fucking videoing, singing. The guy that's driving us is probably pissed because he's just like locked in. Fuck. So me and Evan don't really know these people. Like we've heard of them because they used to live around here and then they moved. But Alec knows the whole group because he's been up there partying for her, which is why he wanted to go up there, I guess. So we pull up to Man, right?
Yeah.
And we meet these people at McDonald's, and these are the people that we're familiar with.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we're going to go out to this bonfire, but like nobody's there yet. And then what were you? We went to a clinic, right?
Yeah, dude. We sat at the.
So we go to this old clinic that's like.
No. We went to the bonfire first.
We went to the clinic first, then to the bonfire, and then back.
Oh yeah. Was it?
Yeah. Cause like
We were going to the clinic.
the people that were at the clinic weren't at the bonfire. It was like a different group.
Yeah.
So there's people in this
That's
old
right.
parking lot. It's not really at the clinic. It's kind of like over to the side of it. And I didn't get out of the car because I didn't know him, and I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there. So him and our buddy Alec walk over, and they're like talking and shit. And I'm just sitting there for 30 minutes. I'm like, this is fucking stupid. And they get back in. They're like, we're going to this bonfire.
Yeah.
We drive like 15 minutes to another place, and we're following somebody else, I believe. And like we pull up in there, and they're like, yeah, the guy that owns the property's not even here. So we're all just like standing there talking, and there's like a bunch of vehicles, and we're just talking and stuff. And then the guy finally comes, bonfire starts, and then we're sitting up there, and he's like, hey, I got some moonshine, y'all should try it. And I can drink liquor and moonshine and stuff, no problem. Like, I can get a fifth of Jim Beam and drink it in one night. It usually doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But I know you're not supposed to drink beer and then drink liquor, so I was like 15, 16, 17 beers deep. And I get that moonshine, dude. I took a big gulp. I felt it go down because, like, it burns, As soon as it hit my stomach, I was like, you know how your mouth fills up with water when you're about to puke? I was like, I handed it back to him. I just started walking, then I was speed walking. I was like, I get back, dude. Somebody's like sitting in a truck over there, and they're just like talking, so I know they see me. I'm like, from me to that guitar from the door of the vehicle, and I'm just like kind of at that point, like almost jogging, like speed walking. And I just go, ugh, as I'm moving, projectile vomit, 15 beers worth at once.
God, dude.
And it's so embarrassing because I know people see me. And I just like hopped in Alex's car, sitting there puking with the door open. So then I sat there for like an hour, like a good hour probably.
Yeah, you disappeared for
sick,
a long time,
drunk.
dude.
Y'all were up there having time of your life at that bonfire. So I'm just sitting there fucked up. And then y'all come back and you're like, hey, we're leaving. And I was like, alright, cool. I remember sending videos to Trinity. I was like, Trinity, I regret coming. I was like, I'm so drunk and I just threw up and I don't want to be here. And they're up there talking to people that I don't know. And I was like, I'm fucked up. I'm so sick. And then y'all come back. I remember just laying there and I heard the door open, the lights come on, and I was like, because I was like about to pass
you were
out.
passing
basically.
out, dude. You were almost gone out in the back seat.
And so we hop in the car, drive like 15 minutes back to the clinic. And so we get there, and I guess some of the people from the bonfire was back at the clinic.
Yeah, some of them
And
come
then
back with us.
Some of them was like people that were just there at the clinic, like a different group. And make sure this mic's working, dude. Alright, it's working.
I can't believe that shit.
That's
dude,
8
really.
minutes.
I can't believe that.
I know,
shit.
that's crazy.
That's
stupid.
fucked, man.
Those are
30
some good
minutes.
stories.
We had some good ass stories in there. But anyways, fuck it.
So we get back, and I didn't get out of the vehicle for like a long time because I was sick and stuff. But y'all got out, and you went over and was like talking to people, right?
Yeah.
So,
Kinda, yeah.
So this girl, what exactly happened? Because she ended up getting fucking mad. Was it? Didn't you get in somebody's car and was like driving her around the parking lot?
Oh, dude, yeah. I was in this girl's car, and it was a sports car, and that's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was me and Alec in there, and you were sick as a dog, dude, in Alec's car.
Yeah, I was just
like,
chilling in Alex's car.
So me and Alec get out, we get in this car. It was a sports car, and
the car they get in is like a female's car, and the female's ex was there, who is also a female, and she gets mad that Evan and Alec are in her car. Like, I guess she's jealous or something, but she's apparently drunk too.
Oh, apparently
I guess she was
dude.
fucking hammered.
She was bad off.
Anyway, she shouldn't have been driving. So y'all pulled back in?
Yeah, we went down the road about just a couple seconds.
Not
down
the main road. There's a parking lot.
Like-
It's a back road.
Yeah,
They
like
basically pulled around the clinic, come back.
there's like a little you go out and there's like a little tiny road right beside the clinic, and then you go around it.
Yeah.
We went down there and like circled around, and we come back, and then this girl, she's like livid. She gets out. She hit Alex's car, punched it. She punched the headlight in it, or tail light one.
This is after though.
I thought that's what he's talking about.
You pull back in. She sees y'all in the car and she gets pissed. She hops
when
in
she
her
drove
car.
out.
Yeah. She pulls out of the parking lot into the grass of the clinic.
Yeah.
It's just a yard, and she is like gunning it. Her tires are spinning. There's ruts through the grass where she was. And I'm sitting in Alex's car, which isn't technically in the parking lot. It's more so towards the clinic. And I just see her headlights coming straight towards me, fucking spinning dirt and shit. She turns last second, misses Alex's car. So she pulls up next to the clinic and stops. And then another person pulls up and's like, "Hey, calm down." She's like, "Fuck you!" Just floors it, goes down to the other side of the clinic, turns around, comes back, hits the main road. Soon as she pulls out of the back road onto the main road, she goes straight across the main road into a fucking ditch, flips her car, right?
Yeah, dude.
Did it flip or it went up on its side?
It went
like
sideways. She pulled out, and she gunned it, dude. She just slowly went over, dude. I don't even know what the fuck she's doing, dude. It was intentional almost, because she just was turning. I don't even.
Dude, I remember everybody was trying to get her to get out and stop. It's like, dude, get out. It's a bad idea.
Yeah.
And she's just like, fuck you. Yeah. Fucking and then flies over into the ditch.
Which we didn't even see it, dude. Because we was behind that pole or something, right at the clinic doors.
I remember seeing her pull out onto the main road.
We watched her pull out, and then when she went down the road, in front of the clinic, we couldn't see her anymore. And then we just heard a big boom. Yeah, we was oh shit.
What the fuck just happened?
We was oh no. We run over there, fucking run down the road. Dude.
Yeah, I was actually worried because I was this girl could be hurt because she goes. The main road's up, and on the other side of it's probably a good 10-foot ditch that she drove her car down into that was setting up like this.
Yeah,
and her doors were dented in and shit. Airbags went off. I think the airbag busted her nose or something.
Oh, dude, I think it knocked her out for a minute because as soon as we got over there, she was passed out in the driver's seat. She wasn't talking to nobody. Her eyes were closed.
It's hard to tell, honestly. She was so drunk.
Yeah, she's probably I don't know, man, but she got out, and Alex's car
she was
there.
cussing. She was like, who the fuck wrecked my car?
She said, who drove my car into the ditch?
We was all like, what are you talking about?
She was like, which one of you motherfuckers drove my car in the ditch? We was all just sitting there listen, you gotta calm the fuck down before the cops get here and shit.
Yeah, I was honestly scared because her nose was bleeding and she's like, who wrecked my car? I was like, dude, that's
I'm pretty sure she was underage too, like 19 or 20 or something.
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember really.
Dude, I don't know, man. That shit's crazy.
But she gets out. She's pissed. She comes over, punches Alex's car. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, she got out,
dent in it.
punched it.
She punched it again, actually, on the back. I didn't know until a week later. She busted his tail light.
She busted the tail light, yeah.
That's crazy.
That's fucked up.
So then, one of the people that we knew there ended up getting a flat tire. So we were like, fuck.
Yeah.
And so we pull around back into the parking lot, and cops show up and everything.
Oh,
and we're sitting there paranoid because we don't want to get arrested for being out and get drinking and stuff. And all that shit went down with her. So they're getting her car out of the ditch, making sure she's okay. There's an ambulance. There's fucking bunch of cops. And we're just sitting there trying to change a tire for hours. We had to wait on. Somebody went and got a tire from somewhere and come back. It was an hour past. I was sitting there talking to people I don't know, yeah, it's fucking crazy. And then,
when we were sitting there changing the tire too, that just random ass guy pulled up on us. Was talking shit to Alec, fuck you, Alec. He was like, how you gonna let her do that? Threatening to beat his ass right there, dude. Alec, it's not Alec's fault, dude. We sitting there trying to change that tire. He pulls up, starts talking shit, walking over to us, ready to fight.
Dude, Alec would have killed him.
Oh, I know, dude. I'd helped him, I'm telling you. Which I kind of know of the guy, you know.
I don't know who.
I don't really
know really anybody.
I don't really like him anyway, but Yeah, I wouldn't let Alec get his ass beat, no, which he wouldn't.
No.
Alec would have beat the fuck out of him. But
I was kind of just sitting there grinning because I was like sitting on my ass on the ground, and like Alex starts talking shit back, and I was just like, "We're about to get into some
I
business
swear,
here."
dude, I was ready, dude. It was like fucking 7 in the morning at that point, 6.
Yeah,
7.
the fucking sun had already come up.
Yeah, the sun was
daylight.
up, dude.
Like we've been up all night.
We ain't ate all night.
Mind you, fucking 3-4 hours earlier, I'm like throwing up, sick as a dog.
Dude, it was a rough night. It really was, dude.
Dude, that was crazy.
But it
shit.
was insane, dude. It really was. Like, I'll never forget that night.
And
That was
then
crazy.
We end up. We just drove home after that. After we changed that tire.
Yeah, you changed that tire, and then we sat around for a little bit. So we couldn't go though, because the cops were like blocking our way out.
Yeah.
Because we had to go that way.
I honestly can't remember what happened after we got in Alex's car. I was so hammered, dude.
Did we ride back with Alec?
I don't know. I did.
I did too. I do remember that. My truck was here. Yeah, we did. He dropped us off here. He went home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we went to sleep.
Yeah, we went straight
That was
to
just
bed.
such a crazy like night though, because we started here and was like drinking and shit.
We didn't even plan to do nothing though. We just want to stay here all
Just gonna
night,
hang
just chill
out with the
out,
boys and talk.
have a few beers, like chill out. Then we end up in
Shooting
Man.
pool and stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, we ended up in Man, and I ended up getting sick and throwing up, and I'm like fucking drunk. I'm texting my girlfriend like, this was fucking awful. I don't want to be here. And we go back to the clinic. I'm like, alright, I'm ready to go home. And we're just like, well, I'm gonna talk to them for a second. And it's like, okay. And then, hey, can I drive your car real quick? Yeah. He's checking out the car because I mean he owned a Camaro, and it was a Camaro, and he was just checking out as a newer model.
Yeah.
Drove it like around the parking lot, pulls back in. Girl gets mad, boom, into the ditch. Cops show up. I'm over there. Me and Evan and Alec are like kind of to the side of the clinic, and like the cops are like, I'm pretty sure she got arrested and stuff for underage drinking and all this. And we're sitting back there just like trying to change a tire and like get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I was ready to fucking leave.
Yeah, I was too, dude.
Look at that picture.
Yeah,
that was after a Halloween party.
Oh, dude, it was. That was a crazy.
That was.
I don't know. That night with Alec was. That's probably crazier than the Halloween party. Honestly.
Yeah, as far as like wild and like.
Yeah, but that Halloween
party
was
was crazy
still
too,
kind of
though.
crazy.
So the Halloween party was this past Halloween that just passed in 2024, and I am the Tooth Fairy, and Evan is like a gangster or something, like a mob gangster. And we're going to this Halloween party, so we went to the same house for a Halloween party the year prior, and it was absolutely banger party. And like we live in a small town, like we're in the mountains of West Virginia, you know.
Yeah.
So there's like not many, like you go to a party, there might be 10, 15 people there, and that one had like a good 50, 60 people there last year.
From everywhere, dude.
Yeah, there's people from like out of state and stuff there.
Yeah,
I was like, this is crazy.
It was a big ass party.
So we went back this year, and I'm trying to show you our outfits, if I can find it. That was after Dale's party, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, so here's me and Evan. It's blurry because my storage. It won't focus. Oh, so I'm Tooth Fairy. He's like a mobster or whatever. And then... Alright, it's good. So we go to this party. It's like pretty good, pretty fun time. Probably... I wouldn't say better than last year, but it was like probably getting to that point because it was still early.
Yeah,
it was only like 10, 11 o'clock
yeah, dude.
p.m. And
Yeah,
it's getting to that point, like more people showing up. Here comes a group of 10 people. Here comes a group of 5. So there's a good probably 40 or 50 people there again, but the night hasn't really peaked yet, so say last year was probably the better party.
Yeah.
But he spent like a bunch of money, had the whole place, his whole entire house, decked out with black lights and shit. Everybody's like, I remember I had that white costume on the Tooth Fairy shit, and like my whole body was fucking glowing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, me and Evan's like, kind of get separated for a little bit, and then we meet back up, and we're like sitting there talking, and this guy walks over to us, and he's like, "Hey, you know my brother?"
Oh my God, dude.
And we're like,
crazy.
"Who's your brother?" I kind of could tell already.
Oh
like,
yeah.
who he was
yeah.
kin to.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, you know my brother." Said his name, and we used to play basketball with him. He's a couple years older than us. This kid was like, a little bit younger than us, and he's like, "Hey, yeah, that's my brother." Whatever. He's like, "Oh shit, you're his brother." Like, that's badass. Dude, we know him and stuff. So, my girlfriend's friend walks up to me and like starts talking to me. So I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." So I kind of quit talking to that dude, and then Evan's still talking with him a little bit. And then I walk off, and that girl walks off, and she's like kind of chilling with me because she didn't know anybody there. And then Evan, like, where did you go after you stopped talking to him?
My glasses got hit off my face, dude, and they broke.
Oh yeah.
And I had to.
I forgot about that.
I walked outside, and I took them to my truck, and like
Got 10 minutes left.
I walked out, put them in my truck, locked the door, whatever. I was coming back. When I was coming back, there was like the whole party was on the front porch of the house. Like
So
everybody
you missed
was
it
out.
all.
Yeah, I missed the whole thing, dude.
Oh my god.
Everybody was out on the porch.
So
And you tell your part, I'll tell what
so
I've
there's
seen
the
after.
front of the house. Let's say here, you come in. There's the living room. Then it comes into the dining room. Then there's a kitchen on this side and another living room on this side. So when me and Evan was talking to that dude, we're on this side of the living room over here. So I walk over. I'm standing here at the dining room, like kind of in the kitchen, talking to the girl that I was talking about earlier, my girlfriend's friend, and then my other girlfriend's friend, who was actually, we just figured out, was taking me and Evan home because she was sober. Yeah. He's driving Evan's truck home, which is crazy.
Yeah, dude, I was
Brand new
scared,
truck.
man. I was scared, I ain't gonna lie. I was tripping.
I'm sitting there, and so my girlfriend's friend is on my phone, like, talking to my girlfriend, like, hey, because she wasn't at the party, she had to work the next day. She's like, hey, your boyfriend's here, I'm chilling with him because he's the only person I know, I feel safe. I guess she got a bad vibe from somebody or something. So I'm standing there, all fucking 40 people in the entire house, all of a sudden just go, whoop, right into one living room. All I hear is, hey, 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 hey. Rhiannon that I'm standing with, which is my girlfriend's friend, runs over and's like, hey. So they start fighting, and I don't know who hit who or what happened, but so the boy we was talking about earlier, he stood up for one of his friends. Somebody was like, hey, you need to take your shoes off, because everybody had their shoes off. He's like, hey, you're not going to talk to him like that. And then somehow or another a fight breaks loose, and like I see somebody that's like trying to fight, and I don't know if he was one of the ones that was like the main ones or what, but I grab him. I'm like holding him up by the hips. I carry him into the other room. And then my other buddy grabs the other guy, another guy that was trying to fight, and grabbed him, took him outside. So the dude that me and Evan was talking to, fucking literally 5 minutes ago, ends up getting hit or something. And I guess he was unconscious. He was like bleeding out of his nose. Yeah. He's literally like knocked out. He's laying like this. People are like rubbing his sternum, kind of lifting his legs up, trying to like bring him back. Everybody, by the way, all of our friends are like boxers and stuff. So like when somebody gets knocked out, you know, they know exactly what to do. They're all, I got like three of my buddies are pro boxers, and then like a couple of them's amateur. So all like they know what they're doing. And then Rhiannon, which is my girlfriend's friend, is like a medical person. I'm not sure exactly what her job is, but she's like rubbing his sternum, and they're all trying to wake him up. He's like, yes, his eyes are rolling his head, and then he comes back, and he's like, oh, back unconscious, and then comes back, he's looking around like, yes, unconscious again. They pick him up, carry him outside on the porch, and I guess that's where Evan walked up and seen everybody on the porch.
Yeah, dude.
And we were like, oh, fuck. So they was just trying to get him to be okay, but I don't know really exactly what happened after that. but we ended up leaving pretty quick. We all hopped in Evan's truck and dipped, come home.
Yeah, dude. I was walking down the road and like kind of like looking up at the porch, and I seen a bunch of people out there, which there was already people out there like talking and
Yeah,
stuff.
there was a good like 10 people just sitting on the porch talking.
Yeah, so I figured it was just them, but like I got closer and I walked around. I went in the normal way. I walked through the gate and I was going up. And I was walking up the steps, and as soon as I stepped foot on the porch, they like had him and they was carrying him out there.
Yeah.
And he was like bleeding from his like nose, his eyes was in the back of his head, and he was like unconscious. Like he was unconscious.
It was like a good like probably 4 or 5 like logistic like minutes where he was in and out of of conscious.
Yeah.
And that's like scary because like if someone gets knocked out and they're not waking up within like a good 30 seconds to a minute, then something bad is probably wrong.
Yeah.
And he also was like bleeding out of his nose real bad, so I mean it could have been more than just like a broke nose or something. So we was all kind of fucking worried that something might happen.
Everything like it was kind of a blur, honestly, dude. Everything was spinning already.
Yeah, I mean we was fucked up.
And there was like 40 people out on the porch at this point, dude. 40, 50 people.
Yeah.
And I'm like looking at him. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, what happened?
It's crazy too because we literally had just talked to him like a couple minutes prior.
Yeah, dude, just talked to him. And I was like, what is going on? Like, what the fuck happened?
Oh, God.
And
we got 5 minutes.
All right. And I just remember sitting there and I was like wondering where you were because I didn't see you anywhere out there. I was like, fuck. I was like, I'm about to go in the house. And as soon as I looked at the door, you were standing there and you was like, get the fuck out of here. And I was like, all right, let's go. And I threw Rhiannon my keys and we took off.
Dude, there were so many people on that porch. Like,
oh my God,
I'm telling
dude.
you, the porch was probably like, it was not that big of a porch.
No.
And like the whole 40, 50 people that was in the house was literally all crammed on the porch.
I'd say that was max, probably
Like
50
it was
people
shoulder to
could fit
shoulder,
on
chest to back on that porch, except the guys that was holding him up, and he was just sitting there like, yeah. And everybody was like, what the fuck do
Everybody
we do?
leaving, flipping the fuck out.
And the people that got in the fight, like, ended up cooling off after like 10 seconds and was fine. And I think the guy that owned the house was like, hey, y'all need to leave. If like he was basically telling all the extra people to leave, but like the dude that was knocked out, he was worried about and stuff and trying to take care of him. But I think that kid ended up waking up and he was fine. And then he left with somebody and went home.
Yeah.
But I really don't know what happened. But he might have had like a concussion or something.
I don't know, dude. I'm just glad nothing.
Because when I seen
major
him,
happened.
like when the fight started and I seen him, he was like near the couch. And then when he was knocked out, he was like on the complete other side of the living room, like almost from wall to wall, like he had moved.
Dude.
So I don't know if he got like hit and stumbled or if the fight just like moved around and then he got knocked over there or what. But
I don't know, dude.
it was pretty crazy.
I don't know. It's just I always miss like fights at parties dude, every time.
On the way home, Rhiannon was just dogging Evan because she was like, "You're a man whore," and all this.
Yeah,
stuff.
dude. I was like, "What the fuck are you do-" Dude, yeah, she was like, "You're such a whore. Like, you fucking, you
That
talk
was
to
funny.
the dumbest people, whatever, all that."
I was
dude. Like,
playing along with it too. I was like, "Yeah, you're a fucking idiot, Evan." Honestly.
like, God, I was like, I didn't even fucking do nothing. Like, I am letting her drive my fucking truck, dude. Dude, I don't even let my parents drive my truck, dude.
Let's see. I'm gonna stop this real quick.